What is up, YouTube? It is showtime and I am back with yet again another video. Now in this video I've officially taken my footer build to the stage and I couldn't be having any more fun with this game. If I'm being completely honest, it's really not too different than playing NBA 2K25, realistically speaking. Well, obviously it has its differences. Obviously the game speed is better, the shooting is way better, but the idea and the way we play stage generally stays the same. But I'm still having so much fun, and I'm having so much fun using my footer build. My footer build, I've already dropped it for those of you guys wondering. I'm also going to show you guys the jump shot that you guys are probably, you guys have been asking me for it and I keep forgetting to drop it, so I'm probably just going to leak it and reveal it to you guys within this video. But I've been having so much fun in the stage. I think the plus 15 boost on the game speed has completely made this game a completely different game to play. It feels like a refined, polished version of 2K25 in my personal opinion. It's much better, much better, way better game speed. I feel like it's more competitive. I really like how everything is OP in its own way. There's really no meta in my personal opinion. Like, you can really get away with using anything. And I'm just having a whole lot of fun, and I just wanted to kind of showcase what my footer is getting into. So if you guys can quickly see, as you see, I'm a red banner 95 overall. I've gotten all my cap breakers. I've managed to get my legend badges. I break starter, brick wall, dimer, rebound chaser, all on legend. I'm actually about to get box out beast on legend 2. I just have to keep playing the game, and then I'll probably swap out my badge perks and take off whatchamacallit, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Actually nothing, everything will pretty much just stay the same. I'll just have 5 legend badges. That is what I'm most excited about, because I'm going to be able to just do everything that I want. Now, one thing I will mention about this footer build is the only weakness that I finally determined. I really don't like to give an opinion on a build or a play style or anything until I play it in a competitive scene. The stage is not super competitive. I'm not going to make it seem like it's like the most difficult thing. I've been having pretty chill games. Some of them are harder than ever, or harder than others I should say, but stage is generally one of the more competitive places, probably besides proving grounds, to play 3v3. And I can honestly say that I think the footer is competent. I do think that it does or can struggle on defense. Fading is very OP. A lot of people are rhythm shooting and they're fading, and as a footer it can be hard to kind of catch people who are like running and fading threes off a screen. And I think there's a few ways to counter this. The first way that I usually do is I still play the hedge anyways as a footer. Obviously it's more ideal and easier to play the hedge and play better defense as a 6'9", but how to circumvent it is I play defense with my R2. I rarely hold L2 because I'm so big and kind of already slow off the ball, so I have to keep up with these people by first of all holding R2 and kind of running as I'm playing defense. And you do have to jump at a lot of jump shots. That is kind of the only way I've been able to circumvent this. And I have to play with a very talented Lxck. I personally do not think it makes sense to use a footer if your Lxck is not very good. You have to be playing with a high level, in my opinion, 6'6" lockdown that can stay on the ball and doesn't need too much hedging. That's like the only way you can really get away with using a footer and still hedging and playing regular PNR defense. The other way to circumvent this issue that I've noticed is to just play corner. A lot of people are having their footers sit corner, and they're having the guard, which usually has around an 82 to an 85 perimeter defense, playing on the ball, and then they'll have a 6'7" booling hedging. I think that's probably the most OP way to play this game, and the most OP way to circumvent having a footer on your team and kind of making up for the lack of defense that the footer does have to offer. So in my opinion, I think the most OP lineup you could run is a guard, probably 6'2 to 6'4, who can 3-hunt, has just perimeter defense for the most part, can play on the ball. They're playing alongside a Bulin. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, I've dropped that build already. You can go ahead and check it out. It is basically a 6'7" lockdown with like a 92 defensive rebound, so it can literally just sub in as a center on the PNR defense and still get defensive rebounds. And then you have the 7-foot sitting corner, and then when the ball goes up and they shoot a shot, the footer can swing out the corner and grab the rebound, and the bowling can just box out, and it's just super overpowered way to play the game. Hopefully I can have a video dedicated to just showing you guys how OP that way of playing is. People haven't still come around to Boolins. I'm running into a few here or there, but most people are still on their 6'6". In my opinion, the Boolin builds and that way of playing the game will take over once again, as it did in 2K25. This is how I've been using my footer, and it's been a whole lot of fun. I've literally already hit level 40, so I have all my max tier 1 badges. I'm already 95. I'm trying to grind to 99. I've achieved my red banner, which is something I wanted to do. The plate, you know, you can be like purple, gold, and all that stuff. And now I'm ready to get into the stage. I feel like I've pretty much accomplished everything I needed. My only real accomplishments now is to probably hit starter 3 and to reach max crew level so that I can get all my cap breakers, all my max tier badge perks, and then we're just hooping from there on out. But I'm slowly starting to just main stage once again, and I'll probably only play park on the weekends when it comes to grinding events or grinding a brand new build. So like I said, I wasn't really here to super talk a whole lot. I just wanted to kind of showcase the build. You guys can kind of see what I'm getting into. I've already dropped the video kind of explaining how the 7-footer is, but to see it in the competitive scene, in the competitive light, playing amongst better players in the stage, it's still great. I do notice that the shooting difficulty is slightly different. Like when you're in the stage, I don't know if it's I really don't know the difficulty, but it does feel harder to shoot in the stage than it does to shoot in the park. So you have to know your jump shot. You do have to know your jump shot. I honestly think we're going to get to a point in stage where people are just going to use insides. That's probably coming within the next week or so. Guards are becoming so talented. All the guards I'm playing with have been super amazing, and they really don't need me to pop that much. They may struggle because Trapper is back. A lot of people are holding L1 and getting Trapper animations, which is making it harder for the guard to score on a double team. That was something that really wasn't present in 2K25. That is back from 2K21. Now they've added it back to 2K26, so we're going to see doubling become very prominent, and that's where it could be useful to have a popper. Really, you can still have an inside that could literally just slip and get a free 2 and kind of just help the guard build his takeover by getting these assists. But having a popper still could be very useful, because when the guard is getting doubled, you just pop and it's a free 3. But shooting is just a little bit harder in the stage. It's a little bit harder, and I don't know how a lot of centers are going to acquiesce to that. I see a lot of centers missing their shots and not being able to hit, and I think some people are just going to be like, I'm just going to go on an inside, and it does make sense, especially when you have a guard that's an absolute killer who can put up a 3 every single possession and can score on the double team as best as possible, learn how to peek, learn how to crab, and all that other good stuff. Before this video ends, I also want to make sure that I do reveal my jump shot, because I know you guys have been asking. I'm going to my animations right now. As you guys can probably see, I'm in the jump shot creator, and the jump shot I'm currently using is this. It is Jonathan Isaac base. This is by far the best base to use if you're a 6'10" build or taller. I wouldn't use anything else. It is currently the meta. So I have Jonathan Isaac lower base, I have the LaMarcus Aldridge upper release 1, the Marcus All upper release 2, and my blending is release speed maxed. My animation blending is 65%. I actually don't know why my jump visual cue is like this. It's really supposed to be up to push. That's kind of where I had it. I don't know how that happened, but this is how you want it to look. You want to have it at push, you want your release speed to be max, and you want your animation blending to be 65-35. And that's pretty much it for the jump shot. I hope you guys are happy with that, because so many of you guys have been asking me to reveal that. And that's basically it for the video. I just wanted to do a catch up, kind of show you guys what I'm getting into. I'm just currently grinding the game, trying to get as much content out as possible too. I'm gonna have a lot of gameplay coming out. I'm gonna be live streaming real soon, just me playing stage every day. That's really what I enjoy. I really don't enjoy playing park and all those other modes too much. I'm really like a stage player, and that is going to be the emphasis of my channel for this year, and we're gonna get into that very soon. A lot of exciting content coming on the way. I appreciate you guys who made it towards the end of the video. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.